What up, YouTube? Back at it again. We are looking at another skip the line request via Patreon's probably the best way to get me. So if you want me to check anything out, it doesn't have to be by Lara. It could be by anybody. The best way to get me is on Patreon, link down below. However, I do read all my comments if you haven't noticed, so I do pay attention, and I get a lot of requests from there too. So definitely drop some comments down below. Appreciate it very much. First and foremost, go support Lara, please. We're always here to support the artist. This is Caruso from Lara with Love 2000, 1080p restored quality and subtitles. Okay. This is the first of quite a few that I have on the list. Lara's got a lot of fans out there. That's so cool too. Because it's still wild to me that that I hadn't really heard of her, and I mean no disrespect, but I hadn't really heard of her until like just recently, and she's got like this legendary, you know, generational type voice. And by the way, she speaks like 37 languages, including Martian. I don't know what they speak on Saturn. She speaks that too. So fluently. So pretty wild. This one's in Italian. I can speak Spanish. There's ties there. I might be able to pick up on some stuff, but who knows? So this song, she didn't write this. This is Caruso. This is written for Enrico Caruso by Lucio Dalla. I'm pretty sure if my reading serves. It's basically just like a we'll get to the lyrics after we let her sing. I don't want to chop this up. I feel like I with vocalist as talented as Lara is, I don't know that I really want to pause a lot. I'm a lyric guy. If you guys haven't noticed, I pause a lot and I describe things. But like when you have emotional, very just the vocal performances that you need to listen to, because there's buildups, there's phases to them. So I'd rather listen to her storytelling, albeit I don't know the language. But go support Lara Fabian. Please go like, go subscribe. Of course, love to have you guys here as well. If you could, make sure you smash that like. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. You'll see this. It's just a little bit foggy because there's copyright on everything nowadays, and if it comes back with writing on it, then we got a problem. But just kidding. Let's go.
Caruso.
Oh, and shout out to Kev. I think he said in his email he's not a super fan. I doubt it, because he's got a lot to say. He's a big fan of Lara's, so and for good reason.
Caruso la canzone di Lucio Dalla è una delle più belle canzoni che è mai stata scritta.
I said that right, Lucio Dalla. She said it better.
Secondo me. E poi è una canzone che può essere cantata da un uomo o da una donna con la stessa espressione, con la stessa sincerità. And when you hear that, just that voice coming out of nowhere when he starts singing Qui dove il mare luccica e dove tira forte il vento su una vecchia terrazza, you just see Italy. It's all there. That's probably the most sensitive part of me, because it relates to my mom and my grandma.
What a fascinating human. I want to like have a conversation with her. I want to pick her brain.
Qui dove il mare luccica e dove tira forte il vento su una vecchia terrazza davanti al golfo di Sorrento. Un uomo abbraccia una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te.
luci in mezzo al mare, le sole notti là in America. Erano solo le lampare, la bianca scia di un'elica. Senti il dolore nella musica, si alzò dal piano forte. Ma quando vide la luna uscire da una nuvola, gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte. Guardo negli occhi la ragazza, gli occhi verdi come il mare. Poi all'improvviso uscì una lacrima e lui credette di affogare.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I have to stop you real quick. Um, she's got this like really like delicate approach to like just her expression, vocal expression. It's like again, and I talk about this, you know, sometimes with when you have like really good vocalists, right? It's your differentiators are essentially um you know, and I mentioned this last time, like singing versus emoting. Um, it's you know, it's less of a show. It's more of an experience where I have no idea what she's saying. I can read it, sure, but like y- you can pick up stuff just based on and breath control. I don't even get me started on what she's doing, just like holding things and um, but you can create an experience for somebody by your control of like subtle things, tonality, push pull elements um where to, you know, where to add a little aggression into places or where to pull back and be soft. And I feel like I know she's got, you know, a lot of training, but I feel like there's certain things you're born with, and just knowing how to, whether or not the song is written for you, it's not for her. Knowing how to sort of express, um, you know, and understand the meaning of the song and bring you to a place that like that maybe she's never been and you've never been, and like you're feeling this this experience. Um it's like a very dramatic, like, I don't know if there was such thing as a very dramatic roller coaster ride that like at the end of it you're crying, but like in a happy way. Does that make any sense? It probably doesn't. Anyways.
Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te bene sai. La potenza della lirica, dove ogni dramma è un falso, che con un po' di trucco e con la mimica, sai, puoi anche diventare un altro. Così diventa tutto piccolo, anche le sole notti là in America. Ti volti e vedi la tua vita come la scia di un'elica. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai vado. Thank you.
That's wild, dude. You know you're you know you're blessed like vocally when like even your breaths sound good. Like she knows how to breathe in an appealing way from like an audible sample. That's she's crazy talented. All right, let me I don't have any words for her. Like I'm not a vocal coach, so I don't like I can't break apart like all of the things that she's doing, but like I don't know, like I feel like with reactions it's sort of just that. It's more so just like experiencing something and maybe, you know, maybe it's better left, you know, untouched from like a I don't have anything like you don't really like pick at like anything like that. It's the performance like she's like I said this last time, like she's kind of too perfect. Like you it's and that's not really a thing. But like if you're checking boxes for a performance, um vocal talent, your emotive capabilities, your relatability, meaning like your sort of your interaction with the crowd, or just being able to get people feeling something or involved, just based on little things. It could be little nuances of just subtle movements, or you know, just eye contact, or even just what you're doing yourself with how your face emotes. I mean, there's little things that people look for. Um, use of the stage, your stage presence obviously kind of goes along with that, but like translation, and I'm not even talking about linguistically, like I mean just understanding understanding a song and being able to emote that in a way that like it's understood whether or not you speak Italian. And little things like, and I was told in the email like that, you know, like that you wouldn't really know, like regardless of what language she's speaking, that she's not from there. Which is, you know, that's what do you call it, polyglot. It's believable, you know, most, you know, most people aside from Americans are multilingual. Um, I'm lucky I got two. I can speak Spanish as well, um, but there are like there's things that you do like just from an accent standpoint that locals would know. Like, all right, yeah, that's but like apparently she has a mastery of that, which like the even like the R rolls and like the little things that she does that, you know, um these Italian, you know, kind of little nuances. It's wild, man. It's so crazy how good she is. I'm very surprised that I had no idea. I feel like I honestly I feel like I owe her an apology. That I mean, I've been around a while. Um that it took me this long. As far as lyrics go, usually with covers I'm not going to get into lyrics that much. This the narrative here is kind of just like it looks like a just a macro view from the side at love and mortality and yeah, I mean the song itself is it's so Enrico Caruso. So I guess this is it's about him from a standpoint of I think meditating on like end of life scenario, right? You're you're questioning your own mortality, and he's a music teacher, he's a maestro, and he's, you know, he's in Italy, and I think he falls in love with a student, if I'm not mistaken, and the loving portion of this is that's kind of is that's what that represents is just this kind of onlooking of when we talk about like eye color and we talk about different things. um he's fallen like, you know, deeply in love, and he's, you know, it shows kind of this frail man that's, you know, very vulnerable in this sort of emotional state, right? um but you also bring up with that there's that sort of illusion versus like your reality, where every drama is a hoax, which we, you know, it's I mean it was was in the subtitles, and I have the lyrics right here that I'm reading. But further sort of accepting, I think, mortality. Um, Te voglio bene assai. Yeah, that's like a Neapolitan refrain, right? Melts the blood in the veins. It's this deep kind of love and passion, right? Which could be blinding in a sense. Interesting. Anyways, I mean, lyrics aside, we're not going to get into lyrics right now. If I do an original, well, if I do like the the original version where I'm meant to dive into the lyrics, I'll do so. This is more so just to listen to Lara, and sit back and enjoy. I mean, I don't have a ton to say. Uh, She's speechless again, honestly. I mean, I talk a lot, obviously, but um, wildly talented. And when you talk about it's funny. I had a conversation with my fiance. I don't know if I mentioned this on the last one of hers I did, a week or two back, about like best female. I don't know how it came out. Best female vocalists over time. And this is literally like directly after I did my first video of hers, which she wasn't even really singing. She was just emotionally kind of taken aback, um, by the crowd response. If you haven't seen it, it'll be linked somewhere. But um, it's on the channel. But in with like the giants that I know, you're her name was right up there in the top 5. I think it was 3 or something, but there was no particular order. It was just you have to consider your Whitneys, your Celines, your Adeles, your what have you, and Laura was there, and I was like, that's crazy. I just we just looked at a song of hers, which is nuts. But anyways, go support Lara Fabian. Go like, go subscribe, please. Of course, love to have you guys here as well. If you could make sure you smash that like, make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. If you want me to check anything out, by the way, the best way to get me is on Patreon. Also, I do have other channels. We react to everything non-music related. Link down below. Zach Overreacts. Newer channel, but there is content there. You'll see it. Comedy, sports, technology, travel, food, what have you. And pay attention to that channel in the next couple months. There's going to be some surprises. I promise you that. And my fiance has a page as well. Also linked down below. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll talk to you on the next.